So yesterday we have completed the two different types of non-ideal solutions, that is ideal solution which show negative deviation and non-ideal solutions which show positive deviation. See, when these what are the conditions to be satisfied for a solution to be ideal? That first one, it must obey Rolle's law. Second one, PA should be equal to P naught A into XA and PB must be equal to P naught B into XB. Then enthalpy of mixing should be equal to 0 and volume change during mixing must be equal to 0. These are the conditions to be satisfied for a solution to be ideal, and yesterday we have seen there are a lot of solutions which do not follow such conditions and we call them as non-ideal solutions. And there are two different types of non-ideal solutions: solutions which show positive deviation and solutions which show negative deviation. Solutions which show positive deviation, they are, for them, when they mix, the two solutions are mixed, or when two liquids are mixed, their vapor pressure will increase because the new interactive force formed between the two molecules of the substances, the interactive force is much weaker than the ordinary existing interactive force between the pure liquids. Now that is called positive deviation, and such type of mixtures, they form minimum boiling azeotrophs. And what are azeotrophs? Azeotrophs are mixtures which are constant boiling, means they have same composition in the liquid phase as well as in the vapor phase. Now when you talk about the solutions which show negative deviation, for them the new interactive force formed will be more stronger than the old interactive forces. So such type of mixtures will form maximum boiling azeotrophs. This one, till that we have completed yesterday, and you will have to explain with the graph and examples for positive deviation and negative deviation. Everything yesterday we have discussed. Today we will go to the next topic, that is colligative properties. Colligative properties. Now what are colligative properties? Colligative properties are those properties which depends on the number of particles of solute present in a solution. It does not depend on the nature of the particles. It depends only on the number of particles. So colligative properties are those properties which depends on the number of particles. Examples are relative lowering of vapor pressure, elevation in boiling point, depression in freezing point, osmotic pressure, etc. We will first talk about that relative lowering of vapor pressure. Now what we have studied according to Rolle's law, so relative lowering of vapor pressure. Lowering of vapor pressure. Vapor pressure. Now what is vapor? We have studied according to Rolle's law. PA is equal to P naught A into XA. Suppose A is the solvent and B is a non-volatile solute. A is a solvent and B is the non-volatile solute. So PA is equal to P naught A into XA. And what is lowering of vapor pressure? That is decrease in vapor pressure. Delta P is equal to P naught of A minus PA. What is P naught A? The vapor pressure of the pure solvent, and PA is the vapor pressure of the solution. So when you add a non-volatile solute, yesterday we have seen the evaporation takes place only from the surface. So when a non-volatile solute is added to a volatile solvent, some of the surface will be occupied by the non-volatile solute particles. Therefore, evaporation will decrease, vapor pressure will decrease, isn't it? And that decrease in vapor pressure, delta P is equal to the vapor pressure of the pure solvent minus vapor pressure of the solution. So that is equal to P naught A minus PA is P naught A into XA. P naught A into XA. that is equal, we can take P naught A outside, P naught A into 1 minus XA. What is 1 minus XA? It is the mole fraction of the solute XB, isn't it? So P naught A is equal to 1 minus XA is XB. So delta P, the lowering of vapor pressure, delta P is equal to P naught A into XB, or delta P by P naught A is equal to XB. That is ratio of lowering of vapor pressure to the vapor pressure of the pure solvent. Ratio of lowering of vapor pressure, that is delta P to the vapor pressure of the solvent, is equal to mole fraction of the solute. And this, the ratio of the lowering of vapor pressure to the vapor pressure of the pure solvent, is called relative lowering of vapor pressure. And what is delta P? Delta P is equal to P naught A minus PA by PA is equal to HB. The relative lowering of vapor pressure, P naught A minus PA by PA is equal to XB, the mole fraction of this solute. Now what is XB? XB is equal to NB by Na plus NB. XB is the mole fraction of the solute. It is equal to number of moles of the solute by number of moles of solvent plus number of moles of solute. Now, the colligative property holds good when the solution is dilute, because when more and more solute comes in solution, there can be some interactive force between the solute particles. So, in a dilute solution, that such interactive forces will be lower. So, colligative property always holds good for dilute solutions. That means NB will be very much less when you compare to Na. Number of moles of B will be much lower than number of moles of solvent. So, you can say NB plus Na will be almost equal to Na. So, instead of Na plus Nb, you can take Na. So, Xb is equal to Nb by Na. That is number of moles of solute by number of moles of solvent. Now, so instead of Xb, you can write it is equal to Nb by Na. Now, what is Nb? Number of moles of solute. And number of moles is equal to given mass by molar mass. Like small w, mass of solute. Mass of solute. Then Mb is molar mass of solute. Molar mass of solute. Then capital W is mass of solvent. Mass of solvent. And Ma is the molar mass of solvent. Is the molar mass of solvent. So, small w, as I told you, the whole chapter will take small w as the mass of solute and capital W as the mass of solvent. Mb is the molar mass of the solute. So, the first itself I told A is the solvent and B is the solute. So, Mb is the molar mass of the solute and Ma is the molar mass of the solvent. So, what will be number of Nb? Nb will be equal to small w by Mb and Na will be equal to capital W by Ma, because given mass by molar mass, number of moles is equal to given mass by molar mass. So, this is equal to small w into small w by Mb, then by Na. Na is capital W by Ma. So, Ma will go up. So, you can write this as P naught A minus PA by P naught A is equal to small w into Ma by Mb into capital W. So, the relative lowering of vapor pressure P naught A is equal to small w into Ma by Mb into capital W. So, this is our expression for relative lowering of vapor pressure. P naught A minus PA by P naught A is equal to small w into MA by capital W into MB. This is the expression for the relative lowering of vapor pressure. Now, why should we study these colligative properties? These colligative properties are determined or studied to determine the molecular mass of unknown solutes. To determine the molecular mass of the unknown solute. So, if you take known mass of the unknown solute and dissolve it in a known solvent, in a known mass of known solvent by, then we can find out its molecular mass, isn't it? So Ma you can find out, you know, W you know, and capital W you know. You can find out the vapor pressure of the pure solvent, and after dissolving the non-volatile solute, you can find out the vapor pressure of the solution. And so with P naught A and PA you can find out. So if you know all these quantities, you can calculate MB, the molar mass of the unknown solute. So what will be MB is equal to small w into Ma into P naught A by P naught A into P naught A minus PA by capital W, isn't it? So small w into Ma into by capital W into P naught A by P naught A minus PA. This will give you the molar mass of the unknown solute. You can calculate the molar mass of the unknown solute. So, according to Rolle's law, Pa is equal to P naught A into Xa. We are taking a non-volatile solute. B is dissolved in a volatile solvent A. So, Pa is equal to P naught A into Xa. Delta P, the lowering of vapor pressure. Whenever a non-volatile solute is added to a volatile solvent, the vapor pressure will decrease. The lowering of vapor pressure, delta P is equal to P naught A minus PA. That is equal to, instead of PA you can write P naught A into Xa. So P naught A minus P naught A into Xa, you take P naught A outside the bracket, it is P naught A into 1 minus Xa. Then 1 minus Xa is equal to Xb. So delta P is equal to P naught A into Xb, or delta P by P naught A is equal to Xb. And this ratio, that is ratio of lowering of vapor pressure to the vapor pressure of the pure solvent is equal to mole fraction of the solute. And relative lowering of vapor pressure is this one, that is ratio of lowering of vapor pressure to the vapor pressure of the pure solvent. So delta P is again P naught A minus PA by P naught A is equal to XB. And what is XB? It is NB by Na plus NB. Since the solution is dilute, NB is much lower than Na. So you can write NB plus Na is equal to Na. So XB is equal to NB by Na. Then what is NB? NB is number of moles of solute. It is its given mass, that is small w by MB. And Na is capital W by Ma. You substitute it, you will get P naught A minus PA by P naught A is equal to small w into Ma by capital W into MB. And this is used to calculate the molar mass of the solute. And molar mass of the solute, MB, is equal to this expression. So this is relative lowering of vapor pressure, which is a colligative property which depends on the number of particles. So the vapor pressure of a 2% aqueous solution of a non-volatile solute at 373 Kelvin is 755 torr. Calculate the molar mass of the solute if vapor pressure of pure water is 760 torr at the same temperature. Torr means it is a unit of pressure. So since both are in given same unit, no need to change that. Then it is given 2% aqueous solution. What do you mean by a 2% solution? 2% solution is 2 gram of the substance is dissolved in 100 gram of water, 100 gram of the solution. So small w, that is weight of solute, that is small w is equal to 2 gram. isn't it? Weight of solvent, weight of solvent, weight of solvent, capital W. So that will be 100 minus 2, that is equal to 98 gram. So you know small w and capital W. Now what is given? The vapor pressure of a 2% aqueous solution, that is PS is given. Vapor pressure of the solution or vapor pressure of the solvent, instead of that we can write PA or PS, that is equal to how much? 755 2. 755 2. Then vapor pressure of pure water is given, that is P naught A is given, that is equal to 762. So now what is we have to calculate. Now molar mass of the solvent, what is this water? So what is molar mass of the solvent? Ma. Molar mass of solvent is Ma, that is it is equal to water, so it is 18 gram per mole. 18 gram per mole. Then what is our formula? P naught A minus PA by P naught A is equal to small w into Ma by capital W into MB. What do you like to find out? P naught A P naught A PA small w MA capital W and then this MB, the molar mass of the solute. So MB is equal to small w into Ma by capital W into P naught A by P naught A minus P, that is equal to small w. Small w is 2 gram. 2 into Ma. What is Ma? Ma is 18 gram per mole. 18 gram. Capital W. How much? 98. So 98 into P naught A. What is P naught A? 762. 762 by 760 minus 755. Isn't it? That is equal to 2 into 18 into 760 divided by 98 into 5. So you do it, you will get molar mass of the solute. Sometimes a solute's name will be also given. Then you can find out that what they will be asking is the vapor pressure of the solution. Understood? Vapor pressure of solution they can ask. So in that case, then you find out that this all thing you find out. Then you find out P. Adun choikkarundu, vapor pressure of the solution choikkarundu. They will give the name of the solute or molar mass of the solute will be given. Anganeyum question choikkarundu. Okay. So this is the numerical.